Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Agency Operators Podcast. Today I'm joined by Andriy Boychuk of Floyum. How are you doing, Andriy?
Good, good. Thank you for inviting me here, Pasha.
I'm really excited to chat with you. We don't always have the pleasure of going too far outside of like the Amazon sphere and the agency owners who are kind of doing other facets of e-commerce. So, you're in the email marketing space.
It's funny what you just said. I once I've been to Amazon event last year. It was Amazon Innovation something
Hmm.
Innovator. It's
Hmm.
like here in New York,
Yep.
in New York City, and I thought anything, any space where you're selling, like it's the same community, same people, but like totally different vibe. Like honestly, I was even a little bit uncomfortable because I'm very I know how to behave myself, how to introduce myself, how to talk to people in D2C space, but who sell on Shopify, WooCommerce. But there it was like totally different conversation, and I, I I was losing myself, like how to talk to those people. Like I don't know, I know so little about Amazon, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a different world. It's funny because it almost becomes like its own little, people use the word like cult or something like that, right? It's just like a subculture where
Uh-huh.
people in the Amazon space all know each other, and probably similar like in the agency space for like
Yes,
email marketing, right? And
indeed.
so probably if I show up to one of your events, I'm like, I don't no idea what what I'm doing here. So, you kind of speak the language, and everybody kind of knows each other. And yeah, Amazon Innovate is a pretty great event. Um, Interesting that you ended up there, probably because it was in New York. You didn't have to travel too far.
Yeah, and Andriy who introduced us, he was going to that event. I'm like, okay, let me join you. And actually, we landed True Classic client from that event.
Oh, nice,
Yeah, so it was fruitful for us.
great. So I mean, I'm curious to hear about Floyum. How did you end up founding that company? What were some of the things that you experienced in your career that led you to be like, all right, I'm going to start this agency. Let's build this big team. And yeah.
Uh, Thank you for asking. So, I've always joked, and it's not a joke because it's a truth. I started this business by accident. I didn't plan, and at that moment when I started the business, I didn't even know such a word agency or business model exists. So I was running agency for a year or so, but didn't know that I'm running the agency. Like I was like, I'm just freelancing, doing email marketing. I have some people who helping me, but I didn't know such a concept or business model existed. So everything started. I quit my corporate job. I used to work as a technology engineer, and technology, not like SaaS anything, but telecommunication, security, audiovisual. We were designing what you hear and see in like commercial buildings.
Mm.
So I quit the job and had no clue what to do next. So I started looking for some freelance jobs on Upwork. This is how I end up with email marketing because it looks like they paying the most, and I had experience with email marketing from my side hustles. So I started just like consulting some people, doing project here and there. My first project was $50 for 10 hours of my work living in New York City. And that moment, I had only one daughter, so you can imagine $5 per hour in New York City is not, it's not much. It's not much. So basically, but I continue working on email marketing projects, and I was providing service to all of kind of businesses, dentists, lawyers, construction, e-com. But when did my first e-commerce, and especially on Klaviyo, I realized quickly how easy to show the results of your work to the customer, and say like, "Hey, you invest 10, like I don't know, $1,000. I generate you $50,000. Everybody's happy." So, and this is how everything got started with email marketing. Yeah, and then
Very cool.
2 years later, we rebranded to Flowium because used to we used to have a name Email Marketing NYC.
Hmm.
Very
Hmm.
creative.
Well, at the time it was relevant, right? Then you started taking clients outside of NYC, and it's like, all right, and you probably started hiring outside of NYC too.
Pasha, to like it's. I didn't plan to run this business. I didn't plan to create this company. It was for me at that moment. It was like survival. I
Yeah.
have to make money, and email marketing in YC just was. I need to create a website. I didn't even thought about it. I just just create the domain. I didn't plan that people will be visiting those websites, but I just want to be more presentable. But year or 2 years later, when it's like I start to get some kind of shape, I'm like I didn't like that name, so we created new one.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny because I have the same kind of story where started as a freelancer
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just doing the job that I always knew because I was a seller, so I knew how to
Mm-hmm.
sell on Amazon. So I'm like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, I'm growing I was in the middle of my second business growing it. It wasn't enough income to grow the business and live on it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I need to do some freelancing to survive. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I can start bringing other people into the projects to do the
Yeah.
things that I don't know how to do very well. And that's how agencies are just created. So it's so funny because this is episode 70 something for me. I've
Oh
spoken with
wow.
so many founders who have built agencies. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of the time you hear this type of story where it's like, I didn't intend to be here. I just started doing something and here I am. It's not
Yeah.
something you necessarily fall into unless you actually have worked at agencies and then you're like, I'm going to build exactly this model. But many
Yeah.
of these kind of like pure natured entrepreneurs like ourselves who don't really have this type of background initially, we're just like, all right, going with the flow, right? Going with the flowium.
Indeed. Indeed.
So tell me about how you guys actually, use email marketing in a way to show those results to your customers so they can continue to be, I imagine, retainer clients, recurring business. What does that look like in terms of like, what are the deliverables every month?
Sure. So we still, oh sorry, not still, we recently start to get one-time projects when the clients come to us. They need specific, they have specific scope, but majority of our clients works on retainer,
Yeah.
where they need monthly help with a number of campaigns we are delivering for them, as well as automations and flows. So we are full service in terms of email marketing or retention, because we do also SMS marketing, direct mail, RCS marketing, WhatsApp marketing, depends on clients' needs. But we always start with the base, and base is email marketing. So we are creating the complete strategy life cycle, like how when the client land on your website, like what kind of offer do we want to show them to get their email. Then when we get their email, what do we want to send to them, which known as a welcome flow or welcome sequence. Then after they purchase, how many emails do we send them as a follow-up, what kind of transactional emails we send. Then if they don't buy for a certain period of time, like what kind of win back emails do we send. Then there's like bunch of small strategies like bounce back, coffee shot, like those are a small strategy to try to win the customer back or increase their lifetime value or average order value. Depends on the client's, of course, needs. uh, Since last year February, when Gmail, Yahoo, they become more stricter to get into inbox, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
customers we are getting now about deliverability, because in the past, you honestly, you don't need to be a rocket science to send emails to your customers. In the past, now it's harder and harder, and like even I believe AOL and other Hotmail, they catch up with the trend, and they like putting doing their algorithm more stricter for people to get into their inboxes. So we help people also to improve their deliverability where they have bad deliverability, or at least maintain it and improve it deliverability over time. Because deliverability, I always like to compare as a credit score. It's not
Mm-hmm.
something you kind of tweak it and like next day you have perfect credit score. No, it's like you need to build it over time.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
like
your reputation.
reputation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think that it's really nice that you have direct metrics to prove those things, right? You can say
Yeah.
deliverability went up because you're tracking every metric, and you can show
Yes,
clients, all
indeed.
right, we're able to get higher conversions, we're able to improve the deliverability, we're able to improve. I'm sure you're tracking things like lifetime customer value, or maybe what is their ROI even on your own retainer, right? I'm sure that that's something that people bring up. Like,
Yes, we do lifetime value, average order value. Like we do all of those, but remember, like email marketing is a small part of the big business. They do Meta, somebody do TikTok. Like depends on what other channels they involve. So we are kind of small piece of the big pie. So unfortunately, we cannot. Influence all the metrics, or we cannot say, hey, this is because of us LTV went up or down. So but we doing our best, and we try to communicate with other teams to get the better picture.
what do you think is the most important piece when it comes to being successful in email marketing for a D2C brand?
Just like first of all, consistency, but I think it's like about in everything. Like you need to consistently sending messages to your customer, because messages equal conversion, equal money to you. Second, like do not like blast to all the same things. Segmentation, you must. It's the basic email marketing 101 about email segmentation, customer segmentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are things.
Yeah, I think segmentation is a key part. Like I started, it's a little bit different because I have an agency like yourself in the Amazon space, and we started really building our newsletter this year and sending out
Mhm.
pieces of content and information. And we've noticed how important that segmentation is just for deliverability and for overall not spamming people that don't want to get things. Like when we see that people are clicking on things, then we really want to just continue to send to the people who are
Yeah.
clicking. You know,
Yeah, I mean, in your it's a great example for if somebody just want to start Amazon store, or hold on, Amazon agencies or Amazon stores.
we're marketing mostly to brands and stores. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if somebody just thinking about to start Amazon store, you don't want to send them some like information. Somebody who's selling hundreds of thousands of on Amazon already. You know, like you want to segment at least three. In my head, like three categories: somebody who wants to start, who just started, and somebody with years of experience.
Yep. Yep. And is it really different? Like, do you guys work with non D2C brands or
We
companies?
do, we do, but it's maybe less than 10% of our clients. Like
Okay.
yeah, we have SaaS, we do have service businesses, but majority is D2C, and also wholesale.
And so, what is in terms of the ratio, is there some kind of a sweet spot when it comes to the difference between sending out content in a newsletter versus actually sending out marketing, things like offers and coupons? It might be dependent on the brand itself, but sometimes it's nice to just send out emails that are more educational and not so much about like, here's 10%, here's 10%, you know?
So every month, or every, let's say, month and a half, it's nice to send an offer. But again, it depends on your store. Like if you're a discount store, if you have many SKUs, maybe you want to send many offers. But general rule of thumb, like once a month or every month and a half to send an offer.
Oh, okay. So most of the marketing that you're doing is non-offer marketing. It's really just like warming
Yeah,
and staying in touch
yeah.
with the customer.
You would be shocked, and even like myself, like which sometimes doesn't make sense, but some of our emails, content emails, convert more than the offer emails. Not always, not for all the brands, but we work with an outdoor brand. It's expensive brand because they sell stuff for cars,
Hmm.
but for outdoor audience. And when we send non-offer emails, they convert much higher. Uh, like we like to do those, like share your story or share your picture from the latest adventure, and we have a collection of those like pictures and stories from people. Those tends to convert much higher.
Yeah, I think people respond nicely when they're not being forced into something, right? Like when you're being marketed to, it's not always the best feeling. Depends how it's done. But
Yeah.
if it's really just like kind of the lifestyle and sharing information, then people naturally come to the decision that they need to come to for them.
Yeah, and also one success story for like we had it's a brand for ladies with a smaller bras, and we and for different reasons somebody had a cancer, somebody, and we come up with the idea to ask share those stories, and that campaign was so successful the brand even created the landing page on their website called communities and start sharing those stories, running
Wow.
Facebook ads. It's like those emails, like there's zero selling, it's just people sharing their stories, and it's amazing. It's not short emails, it's like very long emails, like one image long emails, which is like for D2C it's not typical. You want to
Hmm.
make it concise, but it's for what, over 4 or 5 years, and it's working like a charm.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people respond really nicely to things like that, especially when it's like heartfelt. So also I wanted to ask you about SMS. How does SMS compare to email these days? Like, is it effective? Is it landing? Are people actually responsive on SMS, or is it kind of like an invasion of privacy? It's like, oh, this is my phone. I'm really just texting my friends on my phone. Like, you shouldn't be marketing to me. How does that work?
Uh, uh, sorry, SMS marketing is extremely powerful as well. However, you cannot treat the mistake some brands do. They treat SMS marketing as email marketing. Like they
Hmm.
sending long tags with images or the same frequency. If somebody gave you their phone numbers, you need to treat it as gold because uh, the conversion via SMS is much higher,
Hmm.
but the frequency should be smaller because people will unsubscribe, and it's a fact. So if let's say if you send 2 to 3 emails per week, maybe you will send 2 to 4 SMS per month. uh, but people are more reactive, and SMS is more for offer. Let's say if you have a product drop, if you have special offer, or you want to send them offer before you send it to the to the rest of the list, you will use SMS. But it's very effective.
Okay. And do you guys handle any kind of cold outreach, or only for existing customers?
No, 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 no. Yeah, 'cause we receive a lot of leads for cold outreach. Cold outreach is the top of the funnel. It's awareness. It's yeah, with people who signed up.
Hmm. All right. Andriy, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way to find you?
LinkedIn is the best way to contact me, but also you can go to flown.com. We have a contact us page. You can schedule a call or send us messages there.
And so, what's the process there? You have like some kind of an audit that you can perform on somebody's website, or
Yeah,
just a
so
questionnaire?
we have two ways. I mean, you can schedule just consultations, one of the options. Second, we can do in-depth audit for you, but it requires a call, and we'll probably at the end of the audit we'll try to sell you our service. But if you don't want to schedule call with us, we have a self audit where you will get the score of 5 areas of your email marketing, like deliverability, campaigns, automations, some other statistics. I forgot the all pieces, but you will get the score and you will get a recommendation how to improve it based on your score. No, you don't need to schedule call with us.
Very cool. Much appreciated,
Yeah,
Andriy. It was a nice conversation today. I appreciate you sharing.
sure.
If
Thank
anybody
you, Pasha.
wants to get in touch, please reach out to Andriy Boychuk of Floyam.
Thank you.
All right. Happy holidays, everybody, and to you,
Happy holidays.
Andriy, and catch you on the next one.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.